that. I was thinking, and it's not just us as the financial professionals doing the coaching and educating for the, let's say, recipient or beneficiary, but also working with the benefactors and helping them, maybe give them language to start conversations so that when these transfers occur, it's not just a transaction, it's not just a wealth transfer, but there's been at least some degree of preparation there.
Yes. And
You're
again, I've talked to
experiencing
some.
this as well personally.
Yes, yeah. And again, I've talked to some great professionals who are incorporating this. So I think of, I had the honor of talking to Mark Schiller, who's a estate attorney in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my neighbor. I'm in Minnesota. And he wrote the book pretty recently, How to Not Ruin Your Kids with Money. And I think does a great job of incorporating it is more than a logistical piece of paper to pass on. And there, again, every family is different, value systems are different. So it's not to say this is how everyone should do it, but even just to heighten the understanding that perhaps even the understanding of the consequences of certain choices and like choosing the consequence. There's a consequence of having these conversations where it's uncomfortable or it becomes more complicated because you're involving now more parties into the awareness, the decisions, the process. But there's also a consequence in not sharing perhaps anything
Oh,
and
yeah.
then having a beneficiary in the office who said, I have no idea. And now not only am I processing the grief that's happening right now or the loss, whatever that looks like, uh, but there's this huge thing and like reprocessing my whole perhaps childhood. And I have so many questions I wish I could have asked
Yeah.
and I can't anymore, perhaps in that situation. I've heard that story many times. And again, I'm not here to say what's right or wrong for each family. But I think just checking our own assumptions. Like, what are we assuming? Why are we making the decisions that we're making beyond the value of tax law? like what are what's the true legacy or value system that will help us to feel really good about this? Or like I've talked to some great professionals again, who to go to. Legacy writers are someone like a field that's really interesting
Hmm.
to help process this, even if it's not in real time conversation. At least there's some sort of conversation that's happening. And I find through those letters, it brings out more of the emotions. It brings out more of the value system, the holistic event that's happening beyond just here's how to manage